Reu nitwamukirite ndeto cia mwanya ciĩgiĩ Uria mũtigaire Albert Ojang ati ambire kuherithirio kuria mutitu-ini wa Karura forest ni abirithi na agicoka gugikirehwo ehari mahututi thero-ini cia Central Police Station. Uhoro uyu ndikwenda kuongerera undu ona uriku indi kwenda guthomera otoria ukwandikitwo ngathĩti ya The Star. Secret night op. Albert Ojang tortured into coma in Karura forest. Wandikitwo ni The Star reporter gatheti ya The Star. Albert Ojang, the father of a young family, beloved high school teacher and outspoken social media influencer, was tortured inside Karura forest before he was taken unconscious to Central Police Station where he died, credible sources have revealed to The Star. Contrary to the conflicting accounts by police of what transpired, a clear picture has emerged of a carefully planned secret operation involving powerful figures within the security establishment. Sources close to the ongoing investigation say between 9:35 p.m. and 1:39 a.m., the time of Ojang's death as recorded in the occurrence book, he was removed from his cell and taken to Karura forest. The truth is Ojang was in good condition when booked, but he was moved later that night, tortured and returned nearly lifeless, said a source familiar with the case who spoke on condition of anonymity. IPOA Deputy Chairperson Anne Wanjiko confirmed before the Senate that the CCTV system at Central Police Station, especially near the cell holding Ojang, was interfered with. One of the key findings was that the CCTV systems located at the OCS's office had been interfered with, Wanjiko said on Wednesday. According to multiple sources, a private vehicle was used to ferry Ojang from the station to Karura forest. This was after the DCI vehicle that had transported him from his home in Homa Bay to Nairobi was discharged. The truth is that Ojang was delivered to the Central Police Station by the officers who arrested him while in good condition and booked, but he was again moved out at night to a forest along Kiambu Road where he was tortured, said a source aware of the events, but who sought anonymity so that he could speak freely. Inside the forest, he was allegedly beaten unconscious, kicked, punched and assaulted while still handcuffed by a group of officers, including a senior police figure and his driver. When Ojang slipped into a coma, his assailants reportedly panicked. They bundled him back into the private vehicle and returned him to Central Police Station just after 1 a.m. Some station officers allegedly objected to taking a bleeding and unresponsive man into custody but were overruled. An order came from above to book him. Ojang was placed in a solitary cell. Petty suspects were reportedly released that night to make space. The DCI vehicle used to bring him from Homa Bay was dismissed. The mission, it seems, was done. At 1:39 a.m., Ojang's death was officially recorded under OB number 908/06/2025. On Wednesday, Inspector General of Police Doug Douglas Kanja said officers wanted to know who killed Ojwang and why, and called on the Independent Policing Oversight Authority to conduct speedy investigation into the death. Let us give IPOA an opportunity to conduct quick investigations so that we can know what happened, he said, insisting that the interference with CCTV at Central was under IPOA probe. What started as a routine booking at Central Police Station on the night of Saturday, June 7th, ended in tragedy and outrage. Na quotation, ikiuma some station officers allegedly objected to taking a bleeding, unresponsive man into custody but were overruled. An order came from above to book him. Na hena uhoro wa mwanya muno uria KTN irekereirie wegie ne posti iriko iyo yatumire Albert Omondi agekora o ginyagia gukorwo mosarini. Yoyo uhoro wa KTN.
KTN can reveal disturbing new details that shows the plot leading to the brutal murder of Albert Ojang. Days before his death, officers from the General Service Unit quietly stormed the Standard Media Group in a Probox vehicle with a fake number plate of a Subaru vehicle, investigating a fictitious front page titled "The Richest Cop," falsely attributed to the Standard and linked to Deputy Inspector General Eliud Lagat. Once the headline was dismissed as fake, attention shifted to Ojwang, the man accused of spreading it, and days later, he was dead. Eliud Lagat is a man many believe should no longer wear the sacred uniform of the National Police Service, but he is not stepping aside. So the question remains, can credible investigation truly begin while Lagat still holds power? KTN Francis Ontoma begins our bulletin tonight.
In a career spanning over 25 years, Eliud Kipkoech Lagat has climbed through the ranks, now one heartbeat away from the top office in the National Police Service. But tonight, the Deputy Inspector General finds himself in the eye of a national storm, linked to one of the most chilling state-sponsored brutality in police cells this country has ever seen: the killing of 31-year-old Albert Ojang.
Albert Omondi Ojwang was arrested in Homa Bay County by DCI detectives for the offense of false publication.
The man Kanja refers to is currently lying cold at the city mortuary, killed in cold blood for simply sharing an opinion about the DIG. But how did a fake front page clearly fabricated trigger such a lethal response from the police? KTN can now reveal that days before Ojwang's death, a Toyota Probox bearing registration number KDD055Z drove into the parking lot of the Standard Media Group in Nairobi on April 22nd. Inside, 3 men who identified themselves as officers from the General Service Unit. The men said they were here over a headline established to be fabricated that had ruffled feathers at the National Police Service, titled "The Richest Cop" and linked to Lagat. The National Transport and Safety Authority system showed that the Toyota Probox used in the mission bore a fake number plate. This number plate is registered to a black Subaru Forester under the name of Mutungwa Wambua. They quickly finished the interrogation and sped off. Several days later, another related fake headline, "The Mafia Cop," again resurfaced, and it is this fabrication that is believed to have cost Albert Ojang his life. Even with outrage mounting from civil society and rights groups, Eliud Lagat remains unmoved. He has refused to step aside despite mounting calls for accountability and impartial investigations.
We equally call upon the Deputy Inspector General of the Kenya Police Service, Mr. Eliud Lagat, to publicly and unconditionally recuse himself from taking part or influencing the investigations in any way, save for as may be required of him as a potential witness.
But to truly understand who Lagat is, the power he wields and his actions, we must look back to May this year. Following the brazen killing of a Catholic priest in Tot Elgeyo Marakwet, Father Alois Cheruiyot Bet in Kerio Valley, Lagat was deployed to restore order.
We agree how this thing is going to be actualized. Saizi mtaongea baada ya hii. Tunaelewana chairman? We've agreed you map out areas that you think it's posing some threat. Ndio huyo county commander wangu, and he's under full instructions to provide security for people that don't come to this place. Tumeelewana?
But within a week of that tough statement, 2 bodies were discovered dumped by the roadside in Soin Ward, Nakuru County. Both men said to be Tot residents in Elgeyo Marakwet. A coincidence or a pattern? Is there more to read from this on the spate of disappearances and abductions that have been rocking the country? Tonight, the conscience of the nation is disturbed by the loud silence from the highest office in the land. No word, no action. But for a man supposed to push and uphold security and rule of law, Eliud Lagat now stands accused of embodying the very rot he sought to fight. Francis Ontomwa, KTN, Nairobi.
Geri fotera sasa ni amusanene ko kuma hathini wa YouTube gikuria na gitiyo tukia wa subscribe go share na go comment kada wa video ino na ndukariganirwo ni guturumirira thini wa TikTok na Facebook musanene ko ni jitago musanene ki wiga tu.